Hello, I'm Brett Knowles from PM2 Consulting. This is a very quick overview of the Bow Valley College case study. What I'm going to do is summarize the week's work in just one page. Overall, what we did is we captured the organization's strategy and set strategic priorities. We then added key performance indicators against each strategic objective, which allowed us to understand how each was performing and understand all the associated strategic initiatives. To do that, we went through several steps. Obviously, building the strategy map is a matter of taking the existing strategy documents and working with a leadership team to refine it. From there, we did what we call an ontology. We took those strategic objectives and listed them on the left side of a spreadsheet and across the top the core processes. We then scored the impact of each process on each objective, and based on the strategic importance and impact, we identified the key performance nodes, seen here as the black squares. This allows us to do effective organization design to find out inside each department where we need to focus, and also identify the natural work teams required to achieve cross-functional objectives. From there, we added estimates of performance against each objective, and we're able to score the performance based on strategic importance times impact times actual performance to give us a footprint of strategic performance. Summarizing that as a graph, we can see for each strategic objective the amount of process support we need, how well we're currently performing, the blue portion, and the strategic performance gap, the gold portion. Or we could take a look at it by process in the same idea, identify how well the processes are performing and where the performance gaps are. From here, we can then take a look at our initiatives. So again, with the strategic objectives on the left, the key initiatives across the top, and resource requirements, we can identify where each project has the biggest impact. And of course, those projects, their job is to close these gold performance gaps we saw before. And so we can quantify what that looks like. Red dots representing the project portfolio impact, and the gold bars from the chart up here. In this case, we can see that the projects are nicely aligned against the strategic performance gaps. Frequently, we see a significant misalignment. Then we can also take a look at the strategic return on investment, so we can identify projects that may have 2 or 3 year paybacks and ensure that they are prioritized correctly as opposed to trying to achieve this year's goals. Once we've got the projects aligned, of course, we can finally create this dashboard here where we're seeing the ongoing performance and the linkage to whichever projects are associated with that strategic objective. So that's a quick summary of what the overall week's program looked like for Bow Valley.